here. Guess who I brought with me?
Ulrich.
And
Doctor Surgery.
the People's Doctor. The People's Doctor. We are back at it again. Coming at you harder than we've ever. Wait.
Pause.
Whoa.
It's too much.
Too much. I'm going to bring it down. Well, we all know I'm Big Officer Chef, and I'm here with my friends. And what we're going to do is talk about today's kind of topics, current events and what's going on. I come from a bar background, chef background, and now dispensary background. Ulrich is an educator, and Dr. Surgeons, the People's Doctor, is an actual MD. So these are the perspectives that are going to be objective perspectives that we're giving you to today's hottest topics. And one of the hot topics that we're going to discuss is a topic that the doc doesn't know anything about. He has no idea what's going on in this world of Master P and Little Romeo, his son. Do you know he has a son named Little Romeo?
I know that much.
Okay. Do you know that Little Romeo and Master P used to have a show on Disney?
No.
I think it was Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
The
know
Romeo
that.
Show.
The Romeo Show. And it was based on father and son and then neighbors, and it was like a little sitcom thing. They paid Romeo to do the show about $18,000 a show to do the show. And before the show, he had 3 albums. These 3 albums were produced by his father, No Limit Records. One album, the last album that did the worst, was produced by none other than Nick Cannon.
Ah.
Nick Cannon produced that track.
Nick
Produced
Cannon produced Little Romeo?
Produced Little Romeo.
What a team.
Okay, so now, see, we're going back. Nick Cannon is your age, 31 years old.
Okay. 32 now.
You're 32 now. Ulrich had a birthday. His birthday was
December 21st.
the 21st, and today is the
23rd.
Tomorrow is
23rd.
Christmas. We are here on the eve of Christmas bringing you massive joy, massive ho-ho-hos, and whatever, I don't know. I got stuck with that
No,
one.
that was good. Ho Ho Ho's was good.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Even though we're not here to agree with each other. We're here to bring you objective perspectives on our lives and all that is subconscious, and we're speaking for ourselves. We're not gonna...
It's Christmas Eve?
Huh? No, the 23rd. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
Oh, tomorr's Christmas Eve. Yeah.
In a few, I guess a few hours. It's gonna
In a
be
few
Christmas
hours,
Eve.
yeah. In a few hours, it'll be Christmas Eve. Yeah. Thank you for that. Because I have no idea, because I no longer celebrate Saturnalia.
No.
Sorry, can't do it.
What's
That damn,
sad down here?
yeah, those damn Googles. You know, those damn Googles and the curious mind. I no longer need to go to these libraries and spend hours and hours looking up and down the aisles for curiosity to just grab me in a whimsical way. Now I can go to Google. And Google has taught me all about Saturnalia. And let me tell you, this has been since 2014, though. 2014 is when I learned about Saturnalia, the holiday that represented Christmas and what it all represented, and how the church wanted to figure out a way that we can get these pagans into our church. So we'll just give them a little bit of what they've been doing, and then we'll kind of slip in our stuff, and it was very, very nefarious.
So you're saying Christmas was derived from a celebration called Saturnalia?
Right. One in which it was very common for them to take, how do they always come up, right? Well, with a guy like Elvis Rosenberg, it might come up a lot. They would take the Jews of their time, the small hats of their time, and they would bring them up to their homes, and they would fatten them up with food, and they would show them a great time. And then, during those 12 days where we get the 12 days of Christmas, not the 12 days of Christmas, what is the word I'm looking for? Hollow, it's part of the wood, it's part of the, it's the Yule log. The Yule log.
I don't know too much about Christmas
Yeah,
tradition.
so the Yule log, they actually put the Yule log in the middle of the square of the town, and they would chase the people that they brought in and fattened up and gave them a good life, and they would torment them for 12 days and then throw them in the fire. It was very, 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 it was the original Purge.
Okay.
It was the original Purge. The concept of the movie The Purge comes directly from Saturnalia.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I know that.
So it's a truly a spin-off of Saturnalia because that's how the world was at one time. Yeah. And nothing is new under the sun. But let's go back to Romeo and Master P. Master P and Romeo. So Master P has a daughter. And she, a couple of months ago, she dies of an overdose of fentanyl. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? Master P was throwing a party recently. He's throwing a party in like the next month or so.
Mm-hmm.
And in this party, he has a DJ. And that DJ just happened to be the same DJ that deleted himself, one of Ella's DJs, DJ Twitch Boss.
Ellen DeGeneres?
Ellen DeGeneres.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen DeGeneres DJ went to a hotel and offed himself. Okay, Master P takes that opportunity to say, I want to give out my condolences. Mental illness is a real thing. You know, Twitch was about to do a party that I'm throwing. He was one of the DJs. So Master P is like that. He's an opportunist. He's going to take a human being's death, and try to let you know still about the party that he has coming up, because that's the kind of guy he is. He's the kind of guy who's looking for that. He's looking for an opportunity to advertise. I personally think it was tacky for him to do that.
Okay.
Romeo goes onto Twitter and says that his father uses the internet to promote the death of Twitch Boss, but won't even promote the death of his own daughter. And that he's sick and tired of it. And he's sick and tired of the lies that his father is putting out there for the world to see. He's sick and tired of everyone around getting paid, but he's not getting paid. Little Romeo's like, what about me? I never got a dime from anything I did as Little Romeo. And you, my friend, he didn't say my friend, but he said, and you are living paycheck to paycheck since I was 18 years old. And to top it off, he says, and mom was right. This is what Little Romeo says in a thing. Mm-hmm. 3 days go by, Master P comes out with his live, and he says, son, you could just knock on my door. I'm trying to call you, you're not calling me back. That's why I'm reverting to this internet thing. And what I would like you to do is, I would like you to give me a call. Come on by. I'm sorry you feel the way you feel. You lost a sister, but I lost a daughter. And I'm sorry the way you didn't like that. I talked about mental illness. Mental illness is a real thing. And he was just like, you don't know what I'm going through. And he's like, and I give out to charity so much because this is how I heal. This is how I cope. Mm-hmm. Little Romeo goes back onto the internet and talks more trash about his father, saying that I never made any money off of you. You don't have any money. You're broke. You're a liar. You ain't making no money. Everybody around you thinks that you're this great person, but you're really not. So that's where we're at. You know, Master P left it alone after he did that thing. Any words, guys? Come on.
Doc, you want to say something? Because I got a few things to say about it.
I'm just hearing the story. I'm trying to see what Egg did on. How old is Little Romeo now?
31, 32?
31. So, I mean, what is it that's happening with Little Romeo right now that make him want to talk out? So,
they say the straw was the Twitch comment, Twitch boss who deleted himself. Mm-hmm. And I know it's very crass to refer to what this was done as a deletion of oneself. But we're trying to work within the algorithm. We want to be monetized. We would like to be able to receive revenue from these episodes, as opposed to me contesting them and saying, hey, what's wrong with this one? Why not this one? So we're trying to use this, what we call a hobo code. So the YouTube hobo code is the deletion of oneself as to what he did in the hotel that day.
Gotcha.
So, go ahead, Doc.
I'm just taking the story in. I don't know. I guess I'm getting a little bit more a clearer picture as you guys kind of like talk. But what's at the heart of their Why is he upset? That'll give me more of an idea why he upset. You know,
Why is who upset?
Lil Romeo. I mean, you know what? The funny thing is, there's an effort, from what we see and what we know of Master P. He seems to be one of those guys who's really trying to work behind the scenes and doing things. And he have a very influential son. And why this stuff is coming out now in this manner, it always rubs me a certain type of way when I see somebody so close want to come out and speak out and try to do it in a public way. And the question is, for what?
Well, that's a good point, actually. That just the
like who's the battery that makes you want to do this when everything been so quiet on his end for so long?
It's great question, because this sounds like somebody who wants to be heard.
Yeah.
He wants to make a statement. What you got to say about this?
Well, when I first heard this, I was like, I was appalled. I was appalled that from what I saw is Master P built up Lil Romeo, so Lil Romeo never really has to work a day in his life. Now, Lil Romeo seemed like he wanted to work because in addition to reaping the benefits of what Master P provided for him, I think he also wanted to become a star. And, I think some of that, I think Master P, kind of nudged him to be a star and raised him into thinking maybe he had to be a star. But regardless, Master P almost made him an NBA player. Master P provided every opportunity. Master P had him in movies since he was like a child. And it seemed Lil Romeo didn't seem forced into it. Lil Romeo seemed to embrace it. Lil Romeo seemed to be happy to be doing all of this.
Right.
So that's the first thing I felt was how insulted because Lil Romeo was mad about something, mad at his dad for some reason, and he decided to like Doc said, publicly come out and not even talk to him like a man, like what I believe that Master P had raised him to be. But I guess he was too. I guess maybe one of the issues is maybe Lil Romeo was raised with a little too much. So like it's kind of the same thing I see with 50's son. He was raised, and he's not. Maybe Lil Romeo thinks he should be further ahead than where he is currently.
Little Romeo did say in the end of that, Mom was right. His drug addict mother, by the way.
Oh, I didn't even know all this.
Drug addict mother. Romeo said Mom was right, and 50 Cent's son was riding with the mama. So there's a lot of truth to what you just said.
50 Cent.
50 Cent's son was riding with the mom.
Oh, with her. Oh, with his own mom.
With his mom, riding with his mother.
Romeo.
Talking about, there ain't enough money. How we gonna survive? $6,800 is nothing. $6,800. What am I supposed to do with $6,800? Get you an apartment, a car, and invest. And with 60, how much hundred you can have a life for $6,800 a month. You can have a life with that.
Yeah, of course. It doesn't need to work a day in his life. You live it modestly, maybe even better than modestly. You don't have to.
Right. Like Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
They say he's only worth like $3 million. Guy only spends $60,000 a year.
Yeah, which makes sense. Which is a reasonable way to live.
Yeah. So I might be embellishing that Macaulay Culkin thing. I don't have a source on that.
Right.
Just I can't remember, but I know that he's living really low under his. He's proud of it. He's proud to have taken the little bit of money he made and not F it up.
Yeah, what I think happened, Lil Romeo clearly did not take care of his money. So he didn't, for all the money his dad was making him, or the early career or the early success, clearly he didn't put that away, because the reason I think that he's coming out of his dad, especially with the financial issues, saying that because in the video we watched earlier, we didn't get to show the full clip of it, but Elvis kind of described it really clearly. Kind of described the background behind a lot of it. But in the clip, Lil Romeo speaks about how his dad received a lot of he didn't receive the money, or he wasn't receiving the residuals from all the work he did in the past. So that leads me to believe that he's in some kind of financial dire straits, because you don't know you're being robbed until you need money. You know what I mean?
Right. You don't know you're being robbed until you need some money. Right. Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking about this. You know,
You don't know you're being robbed till you need some money. I love that.
what this whole idea made me think of. It really makes me think of the breakdown. What kind of alarms me, that really alarmed me, is the fact that you have this person that everybody kind of knows, you know, of trying to present this image, and then what you have is his offspring. He's the one that's going to out him in public. You know, this is the
Right.
last thing for us to expect. And now it's something for us to so easily think, oh, this is what happened, and how ironic that you have 50 Cent's son, you have this guy's son. Is this the
There's an
last
epidemic
straw
about kids coming
of
against their
trying to
parents?
just
Yes.
rip that last bit of connection that a father would have with his son? You know, and that's
So
what
you're
kind
saying it's a greater evil involved here?
No. It's not greater evil at all. I just think it's the perpetuation of this type of example, you know, for younger kids growing up. You know,
Yeah, I mean, Lonzo
And-
Ball came out against his father, LeVar, saying that he wasn't looking out for his best interests. All of them, yeah, the 50 Cent son came out against his father.
they turn him into
yeah.
Can I say something?
They turn him into a different
Because this is
way.
not going to be a long video, because the next,
Yeah.
you know, we're going back live. We're going to take a 10-minute break and go live again after this. But let me just say something. Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I talk to the people out there in these spaces? Can I speak? Let me see what someone has to say. I'll take a moment. Don't forget the Cash App. $ Elvis Rosenberg, one word. Don't forget the Venmo. The Venmo is can you read that, Doc? Christopher Perkins. And the Venmo is Elvis-Rosenberg. Express yourself. Give us chills. Make us go, damn! Want to read that out loud?
Let's see.
How's that look?
No, I'm gonna have to tilt too much up. It's at the bottom.
Okay.
This is a Black Media Alert. All chat members alert. Black Media Alert. This must be important.
All right.
Oh, Christopher Perkins. Hey, he's the one who calls me an alcoholic.
No. That's T. That's T.
Oh.
Rilla. That's the next one.
Oh, sorry, T. Really.
He's not drinking tonight.
No.
Not tonight. Who else is that? Can you read whose names are these two?
Rob 3000-ish.
Rob 3000. That's what's
How
good.
you doing?
And what's going on here?
Rob, isn't it possible that Master P was triggered by DJ Twitch's death? Maybe that deletion made Master P reflect on his daughter's late death and compelled him to speak out.
Makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
No, I disagree. Master P only uses that social media for business. And the fact that Twitch was on his stream is the reason why he talked about it.
No, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. But I agree with him in that Master P meant nothing by, like, Master P
He was
wasn't...
opportunity to
Yeah,
get
but
everything
Master P
together.
wasn't
Yeah.
ignoring his daughter's death because he was talking about his death.
Exactly.
Lil Romeo was acting, that is some...
What
What
is
you
this
said
one? Can you
earlier,
read that one?
Lil Romeo was acting very feminine. He's
Oh, yeah.
not even trying to, like...
Feminine. Yeah,
he's-
read that
yeah.
top one right there over it.
All right. Well, if Master P is such a baller with so much money, what's his problem with giving some of it to his son, or is he real broke, just fronting like he got money? His son that he's gave a whole career to, you want him to give him an allowance? What are you talking about, Christopher? You out of control.
All right. I'm glad that question was raised.
What?
The answer to that question is how when Bill Gates says that he's not going to give his kids any money, everybody's cool with that. Oh, he's just so different. And look at Bill Gates, he promises not to give his kids nothing. Master P, we got to carry the kid the whole way. The whole way, Master P had to wake that boy up with a washcloth in the morning. Tell him, get your ass dressed, we going. No, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. You think Romeo was tiptoeing in his, how does that go? Tiptoeing in my Jordans? That's that guy, anyway. Riff Raff. Tiptoeing in my Jordans. But let me tell you this, man, little Romeo, if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Fuck you, little Romeo. Talking to your father like that in public. How dare you? How dare you talk to your father like that? How dare you air out your laundry and not talk to this man? You know this man only uses this social media to promote those shoes that nobody's buying and to promote those snacks that are only in the hood. That man is not making any money. Master P is costing him triple to make what he's making. Russell Simmons, when he came out with that brand, Fat Farm, he spent $30 million just to make 2. It takes a lot of money to win. He put all that money in those albums of yours. He hired Nick Cannon on your album. Yes, he paid Nick Cannon, but you never brought him back a dime of his money. Master P had to rent out all the equipment to film your videos. Master P had to do all these things, write all these checks. What about the person who catered the place? What about the person who lit the place? What about the grips? What about all these? What about the chauffeurs? What about the cars? All that shit had to get paid. When his rap snacks go around this country and he's not making no money off of the rap snacks, who's paying for the gas? Your father's paying for the gas. He done took you to so many rooms, and you, how the hell you, little Romeo, didn't marry the heiress to some company or some land? How are you not around a woman who has more money than your father? He done put you in the room where those women were. How's that real? That you blaming your father in public? You trying to out this man in public? You trying to talk about how he's using his platform and not acknowledging his daughter? The platform is for business. No social media, and the social media this man has is for business. It's for money. It's not for feelings. What's wrong with you? Reminds me of Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes had a book that she came out with that says that she took her fucking son's ambition by giving him everything. The nerve of you. Fuck you, Romeo. Putting your father out there like that to make him look like he's some sort of flunky, like he's broke. He ain't broke, he's a businessman.
And I think his father responded pretty gracefully, too.
He's a businessman. I'm cursing you out for your father. You know, these kids are selfish, man. These kids are fucking selfish. They don't appreciate the hard work and the dedication that their family put on it. Let me quench my thirst over here.
Now, Doc, as a father, how do you feel about that?
No, that's what I was alluding to. That's what I was alluding to right from the hearing it. You know,
I mean, could you believe this guy publicly talking about his father broke and how they've been living check to check? Then guess what? He keep bringing in a check, though. It's a small check. You know how much gas costs to put those fucking chips on the shelf? Who's paying for the gas? I made this reference the other day. I said, this reminds me of the guy. Go ahead, read one of them if you have. You can.
He said, fact, chef. He said, okay, Elvis.
Don't tap it, just slide it.
He said, okay, Big Elvis, you convinced me. Goddamn.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. It's like
Come on.
Yeah. Yo. No. People are riding with Romeo.
That's indicative of the society.
Riding with Romeo. Dude. Yo, they talking so grimy about how broke Master P is. See, this is the thing.
No, wait, time on. If Romeo insinuated that Master P was stealing money in which he took some predatory contract. Now we don't know. I think people are agreeing that Master P is wrong if he did that. If they
Romeo never made a dime.
Yeah.
It cost his father more money to produce a show. It cost his father more money.
But record executives talk like that too. They say, I'm making an investment for you. So me taking 40% You know, I took a gamble on you. I'm gonna lose money regardless.
Regardless.
Of how, but then we. I mean, so I guess what we're all saying, we're all not. So we're also not sensitive to the music artists who began robbed by their labels, because they were so desperate to get out of the hood that they signed a predatory contract.
Yeah, but here's the problem though. We're not talking about the person who sold 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million copies and walking away broke. We talking about a kid who only went 500,000 first album, 200,000 second album, and 50, 60,000 third album. I could be off on those last two numbers. The first album went gold. Second album went nickel. Like, dude, you have not created.
Well, wasn't the Romeo show popular? I watched that show.
They only paid him 18,000 per episode. That's nothing. 18,000 per episode is nothing. If he took that 18,000 and his father took it to pay the numerous amount of bills that's going on, don't forget, his father Romeo got paid 18,000 per episode. How much did Master P get per episode? Nothing. They leave that part out. This man is trying to build something here that didn't work. He's trying and trying and trying, and so what if he fails? And yeah, that's just coming from a man like me, an entrepreneur like me. I know what's it like to fail. I know what's it like to open up a restaurant at 20, 21 years old in the back of a bar and fail. I know what that's like. I know what's it like to have a business and it fails and you give everything you got to it. And everybody around you is waiting for you to win. Everybody's waiting for Master P to win. Ain't nobody bringing shit to the table. Think they're coming to Master P? What's your next idea? I have 100 million towards it. No, that's not what's happening here. I'm sick of these selfish ass kids acting like they're so talented. If it wasn't for your father, you would have never got in the room.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
You would have never got in the room, Romeo. And let me tell you something, Romeo, you're not aging well. I'm not impressed. You need to do something about the bag. All right, let me not with the ad hominem.
I was wondering why Romeo was in so many of those like Tubi movies.
What kind of movies?
Tubi, those movies on Tubi's, them kind of low budget, usually ethnic movies. They're usually by a cheap distributor. But they usually really, you know what I'm talking about? You never seen those movies?
No.
All right. Oh, Romeo is like a star in these. He's like low. They're almost like a hood Hallmark movie almost, but they're a lot more low budget. And Romeo's like he's like prolific. He's like I think he does like he's in like 15 of them like in the last like 3-4 years, like 50 like.
And he's broke though. These are his.
No. I mean those movies can't be paying him that much. He's probably the marquee. They probably pay him the most.
Yeah, but this is my point. Even he should see how much he's worth. He should see how much he's worth. He's not worth enough to be doing this. Yo, I made my point. Little Romeo, all right? You think they heard me say it?
He's just lost, man. I almost feel like bad for him. He doesn't understand his father. He doesn't understand the sacrifice his father had to take, and that's why he has to continue doing this just to maintain the lifestyle that he got him used to, the people around him used to, and he has to keep on making moves just to keep on things. So if he's broke.
Romeo went to USC, yeah, and he dropped out.
Yeah. Oh, you know who got him in there? DeMar DeRozan, the NBA player. They were best friends. They grew up friends, and I think Master P helped put him in an academy or something like that. I think, but DeMar DeRozan also was really skilled. But he's the one who helped Lil Romeo get into USC. They gave Lil Romeo
University of Spoiled Children.
That's good.
That was good. Like me, I went to UCLA, the University of Lenox Avenue. That's a story for another day. You are appreciated. Yeah, say what you're gonna say. Come on.
You kind of threw me off. You was about to say something.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. We were just talking about that jerk, fuck you, little Romeo. We were talking about little Romeo.
He's
and how
lost, right?
He went publicly talking about how his father, and how, this is what he said too. He said, oh yeah, how you always help out individuals, but I never made anything off of little Romeo. Wait a minute. So like I said earlier, so everybody got paid, right? Like, do you understand how many jobs your father provided? How many rents he's helped pay? How many children's school tuitions he's helped pay?
And what Ulrich
You
said
should be
earlier,
proud of that.
what Ulrich said earlier, what made me really think about is all these things are possible. But the thing is, we don't really need to know about it.
We
And
don't.
even if he was broke, what's your purpose in trying to humiliate him?
Exactly.
And humiliate your family.
Even
That's
if
only
it's
gonna
true.
hurt you. That's
Even
gonna
if
hurt
it's
Romeo.
true.
Why?
Even
It's
if
gonna
it's
hurt
true.
Romeo.
Why
Right.
are you going public like this? Even if it's true.
That's the problem.
Even if it's true. What is you? What do you
don't need to know it. We
That's
don't
A
need
man, that's not
crazy.
how a man handles a situation. That's not a man. He's pleading for support. That's what
Oh
he's
man, little Romeo.
And the women
That's
shouldn't do
what
it
he said.
either.
So, in a weird way, Master P failed him a little bit. Because Master
Net
It's
worth
always-
doesn't
it's always-
mean
it's
much.
always on you. It's always on you.
Net worth doesn't mean how much cash you have in your pocket. People so stop talking about net worth. Let me see. Christopher P Romeo's net worth is roughly $5 million. I doubt that. Yeah, because it's like Jay-Z. Jay-Z, his art collection is part of his net worth. Your art is only it's like a diamond. Try to sell it. You think it's worth something. Try to sell it. It's only worth what. I'm not saying he doesn't have few pieces that are going to, no matter what, is going to sell.
You know what? They're all your properties, everything you own.
Yeah,
that's
everything you
right.
own, but what if it's true? Like, come on,
Yeah,
nobody's
yeah,
gonna buy
no,
that.
no, yeah.
Nobody's gonna
And
buy that.
I don't think
Nobody's
the
gonna buy
value. I
that.
don't think it takes into account the appreciated value of the things. I think
Exactly.
It could have been just some.
And that comment was said by Executive Mindset. Great name. And then we have EST. What is that? Decorated GA? I can't even pronounce that.
These new kids.
Are so easy to be persuaded by women. Right.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. They're so easy to be persuaded by women. And just the way he said it, my mom was right. You talking about the drug addict mother? The drug addict mother, is she the one to take you to these shows? When she was nodding out in the parking lot while you was upstairs working? Is that what you're trying to tell us? No, man. No, that ain't the way it went down. Your father made sure you got to that thing on time. The nerve of these people, they talking about how Master P doesn't have enough money to put his children in. Yo, you have no idea. Thank God you're not on the social media like that. They are riding with little Romeo. Now they're talking about how the father can't afford to put the other kids in college and all that. What? But when Bill Gates does it, it's fucking honorable, right? When Bill Gates does it, that's when all y'all say, oh, yeah. That's honorable then. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Big Elvis the Chef, I am here. We got
Dr. Surgeon, the people's doctor.
the people's doctor, y'all. And after all this is being said and done, hit the cash app. Stop playing those games. We are not here for fun. All right? I love you, though. Despite all that. Boom.